Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the Google Scholar webinar. My name is Annerie Hubert, and I will be sharing with you today how to find your full text articles on Google Scholar. You are allowed questions at the end of the webinar, so please keep your questions short. We don't want long questions. If you have a problem or a long question, you can email me. And this webinar is also being recorded. So I just want to switch off or mute my camera. Then we will continue. As you can see, we are starting with a PowerPoint. This is just for background information. It's a few slides, and then we will move on and do a live session on or in Google Scholar. I just want to bring a few things to your attention. So that is where you will access Google Scholar on the library website. I'm sure you all know the library website. Sorry, I just want to go back to the beginning. There we go. So we will just look at what is Google Scholar, and then search entries, different search entries that you can apply when you go to Google Scholar to search for information. And then just quickly touching on search techniques once again. I do also touch on that with every single webinar, so it is repetition, but it is important. Okay, so what is Google Scholar? Google Scholar is a search engine that provides access to scholarly literature across many disciplines. So there are many disciplines that you can search for. Search results in Google Scholar include books, ebooks, theses, dissertations, and academic journals. Today we will look at books, and we will also look at academic journals. And you can also find ebooks. Not many of the ebooks you are able to actually download on Google Scholar. They are mostly books or ebooks that you can read online, and then you can just take down the information. Not all the articles in Google Scholar are available in full text. You can consult the library catalog to find access to alternative full text articles that is not available in full text in Google Scholar. I will also run through that process with you. We will do a live session on that at the end of the webinar. So there's different search entries would be a title search, a keyword search, and the author search. I will do a title, keyword, and author search with you. The search techniques will help you to find the most relevant information when you search for information on your topic. So there are basically three techniques that you can apply: Boolean operators, phrase searching, and truncation. I'm sure you are all aware of these techniques and how to use them, but I will just run through them quickly. Go to your advanced search options in your databases. You will find and or not in a drop-down box. In Google Scholar, you can just type it in. You don't find the drop-down box, but you can type the and or not in the search box. I will just look at and or Boolean operator. With and Boolean operator, you can refine search results by combining keywords with the and keywords combined with and will be displayed in each article of your search result. In other words, when you look at education and reform, both the keywords will be in each article of your search result. When you use or, you combine synonyms with or to broaden your search results, and it will allow you to search for information pertaining both the synonyms as separate articles. So if you look for lift or elevator, you will find different articles, separate articles, not both the keywords will not be in the same articles, it will be in separate articles. Then the second search technique is phrase searching, and it narrows your search results by using a phrase enclosed by quotation marks. So a phrase is a group of words that express a concept which can be used as a unit in a sentence. This is just normal examples, just a few examples that you can use. You can even use a title. We will do a title search with the phrase searching. In other words, it will look for each and every word in that title as a complete phrase, and then it will find the book or the article in that way. The third search technique is truncation. A truncation symbol can be added to an ending word for more related search results. This is just the example, teach, with a truncation symbol, and you will find teachable, teacher, teachers, all the different variations of the word teach. We did look at this when we started. So when you access Google Scholar, you can access via the library website. Sorry, I just want to see there's people in the lobby. I just want to admit them. Then we can continue. Okay, so now we will move to the live session, and we will apply all these techniques and things and look for information. I'm going to switch my screen. Please indicate if you can't see the library website. I'm going to move to the library website now. So the library website is on the screen. If there's anyone that cannot see that, please indicate to me. Are you all able to see the library website? Okay, then I will continue. On the library website, you will find Google Scholar here under useful links. Before you can actually access any of your data information in your databases or Google's information in Google Scholar, you need to make sure, if you're a student, you need to make sure that you have access with your library PIN. A staff member, it's easy, you just use your VPN. But if you're not sure where to create your library PIN, there are instructions on login from off campus on the library website. If you click on that link, you will find all the instructions as you scroll down. You just follow the instructions. I'm not going to waste time on this. I just want to show you where to find it. And if you want to create your PIN as a student, you can click on My Library Record. And there's where you actually type in your surname, the barcode. The barcode will include S and your student number. And then you click on submit. You don't enter your PIN in the third text box if you do it for the first time. It's only once you have created your PIN and you want to access the university library website, then you can put your PIN in the third text box. But you can just follow that instructions that under login from off campus, and you will be able, if you are not able to create your PIN, if there is a problem with your PIN, and you can't access with your PIN, then you need to email me and I will contact the lady that will be able to help you with that. Okay, so let's continue to Google Scholar. Click on Google Scholar. Okay, so there's just the case law that is basically for the law department. I'm not going to look at that. We will stick to the articles. So we will look for the first, I would like to look for the book Long Walk to Freedom. So let me look for that. Long Walk to Freedom. Remember, we I explained to you the phrase searching where we use the quotation marks. So I will use that. And now you will see there is a book, but most of these books you cannot download. You can read them online. So there's a lot of citations on this page as well. The first one is the book Long Walk to Freedom. So there's two ways of accessing this book. If you click here on the title of the book, you will be able to read the book from here. You can enlarge that, make it bigger, smaller. So there's different functionalities there. If you go back to your result list, if you click on PDF, remember you cannot, because of the copyright issue, you cannot download the full text book. So this is only a few pages of the book. I think it might be the introduction of the book. Yes, it looks like the introduction of the book, but it's not the full book. So you will have to read the book online. Okay, so there's more variations, more citations of that specific book. I'm not going to show you where to go for the PDF yet. We will do that when we go to the keyword option, when we search for a keyword. The second one I want to explain to you is the author search. So I will use the author's name. When you do an author search, you need to put the surname, type in your surname, comma, and the initials or the full name of the author. So you click on the name of the author, and you will find a list of all the related titles with that specific author in the name in the title, and also all the books or articles or anything that was published by that specific author or co-published. You will see his name popping up all over as you scroll down. So this was articles that this author published. This is very helpful when you want to find out what other information a specific author published. If you are interested in his field, it is helpful if you could see all the possible articles published by this author. Okay, and the third option for you would be keywords. So we will enter keywords in the search box. So I will use global warming. Sorry, I'm typing slow now because I don't want to make mistakes. And climate change. Sorry, I should have used the quotation marks. Let's put the quotation marks there. Click on search. Now you find all the possible articles when you type in your keywords. You will see this is quite old. This is 2008. If you want to limit your dates, you can limit your dates. On the left-hand side, you find different years. Then you can custom range your dates. I will choose 2010 to 2020. Click on search. Look at your search results now. And once you clicked on your dates, now it becomes much less. Almost like half the search results you had in the beginning. So now you will find your latest articles from 2010 to 2020. There are basically a couple of ways that you can access these articles. If you click on the title of the article, let's click on the first one. then you will see a detailed record of the article, and this is what you want to find. If you click on PDF, it will download the full text article. Okay, so that is the one way of finding your full text article, but that is the long way. We want a shorter way of finding the full text articles. Before we get to the PDF, I want to show you two other access points. So you can also click on full view. This HTML, that is an abstract. It's not the full article. It's the same as a detailed article. I just want to go there first. So it's the same as a detailed article when you would click on the title of the article. Okay, so if you click on full view, you will find the full text. And so that is the one way of accessing the full text quickly. It might not be full text, full view, it might be PDF, this one here. Then you know, if you click on PDF, it downloads the article and you can open the article. So that is the third way of access. Just want to go back. And then there's another way of accessing articles. It just depends on the publisher. This is the other way, full text at NMMU. If you click there, you will find hyperlinks. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 5 or 6. Just try the first one or the second one. Let's try this one, Springer Nature. Click on the hyperlink. This one you cannot access. We will go back. Let's try and go back to the first one. Seems to be a problem with that one as well. In most cases, it does access. Okay, so there is a problem with that. So that is not a good example. Let's try this one. It's another, this looks the same. I just want to get to one that's maybe, I don't see another example, but in any case, if you click on the link here and you get to the hyperlink, then if you click on the hyperlink, in most cases, sometimes there's hyperlinks. We will look at that now because I think there's one that's coming up with a hyperlink. Then it will take you to that specific database and you can access the full text from the database. Okay, so we mentioned the years that you can use. So if you, for instance, you only want to see 2020, click on 2020 and it will update your latest articles. You will only see the latest articles and you will see it's 2020. All of them are 2020. You can also create alerts on your Google Scholar homepage. If you click on Create Alert, then your alert query will be by default typed in this text box here. Your email address. I will explain to you how you will get your email address there in the next step, and then you click on Create Alert. So if you create an alert, you will see your alert. You can cancel your alerts. Say, for instance, you don't want to get the alerts anymore in your inbox, in your email inbox, then you can go back to Google Scholar, type in your keywords, and you can you can cancel your alerts. So I want to cancel my alerts. And then you can cancel alert here, and you can cancel that one whichever way, and you can create a new alert. You can update your results. So then when you update, you just type your new keywords in here and you click on update results. There are a few other functions at the bottom here that I just quickly want to explain. If you want to save this article, there's a star here. If you click on the star, it will tell you saved in your library. So at the top here, you will see my library. The only thing is when you do this for the first time, you will have to log in with your Gmail account. And then only once you are logged in, then only you can save this article. When you go to my library, you will be able to see your article there. Okay, and you can also delete articles here by just clicking on delete. Let's go back. The second one here, here, the quotation marks. If you click on that, you will see the cite option where you can actually get your reference style. I normally work with Harvard, so I can copy this and paste this and save it somewhere. Then you have the reference for that specific article saved somewhere. And then there's articles cited by 3 other publishers. There's also related articles. So you can access all these articles, related articles. And I think on this page, that is the most important tools that you need to know about. Okay, just remember here also, you can also export the EndNote. If you go to your cite option, you can also export your citations to EndNote on this page. Now, as I mentioned to you that there might be articles that you cannot find the full text of in Google Scholar. Let me go back to my home screen, my first screen of Google Scholar. I'm going to go back to my home screen. I think it's easier going like this, back to my home screen. So I will insert keywords here. Let me try global warming. And I actually got this article beforehand, so you will see it has been opened. I just want to mention to you, just remember that every day new articles are added to your list of results. So whenever you access, say for instance, you accessed yesterday, it happened to me actually yesterday, I accessed, and this article was sitting right at the top. But when the next day, new articles were published, so it might move down. Just scroll down on the page, you will find it. So if we click on this article here, you will see it actually asks you, it's a buy or subscribe option. You cannot get access to the PDF full text of this article. So in this case, this article you will need to go and find in the classic catalog. Okay, so it's something that you cannot download the PDF or the full text article. I'm not sure if we click on PDF here, if we might be able to open. Yes, we are able to open this. I just want to see if it's the full article. I'm not sure, it's not, it looks like letters, but I will use this example in any case, just to demonstrate to you this specific example. So to access, you can also use this option by going to your classic catalog to when you have a list of references and you want to find the full text articles of this specific reference list or reference that you have, you can go to the library website to the home screen and you can access the full text articles via the classic catalog. So if you click on classic catalog, there's an option here. If you click on the drop-down box, there's an option for journal title. I did write down all the information of that specific article. Remember, when you find something like that, or even a reference in a reference list, you need to write down all the details. That includes your title, the authors, the title of the journal, and all the information, all the bibliographic information of that specific reference. And then you will get to this page and I will type in the title of the journal. It was Nature. Click on submit. Now we are looking for the online version. So we just scroll down and see if we can see online. So there's online. Nature online. And once again, you find the hyperlinks. We did not access, we couldn't access the other hyperlinks. So let's see if we can access here. Now you click on the hyperlink. And okay, on the right hand side, you find it might look different from journal to journal. It's not always the same format, but in most cases, you will find your dates first. You will see your dates. So it was, that specific article was 2003. It's an old copy, but I just want to demonstrate if you do come across an article that you want to get the full text of, you can do it you can find it by following these steps. So it was February 2003. So you would go to February, click on February, and the volume. So all these details you need to write down. So the volume and the issue, this was the specific volume and issue. So if you click there, you should find in that specific issue the articles that was published in that issue. Normally, I just want to make it bigger here for you to see. So you can see the pages. You see the pages here. Normally, the pages will appear after the issue. So now you scroll down to find it was page 57 to 60. So let's see if that page, specific page, is here. No, this is not that one. I just want to go back to the previous screen. Maybe I chose the wrong one. February 6918. Just want to see if it's January 6918. Here we are. 6918, that was the issue. Okay. Once again, you go down according to your pages. So that's page 3, 57 to 60. So it should be at the bottom. 34. It stops here at 36. Because I did the exercise before I actually, before this webinar, I know that this specific copy is not on this. But if you go back to the top of the page, you've got a search box there. Okay, so now you type in the title of the article. Fingerprints. Fingerprints. Let's see. Does come up. Spelling mistake. Let's try again. Okay, here we are. So here's the article. Let's see the page is 57. So somewhere it was hiding, but we did manage to find it. So if you don't find it in that list, you can always go to your search box at the top and you can type in your title there, title of the article. And in that way, you will be able to download the PDF full text of that specific article. Okay, so there's your PDF. So you can use your classic catalog also if you want to find a specific article quickly, if you have the title of the journal. You can even use, let's see if it comes up if you go to Google Scholar. Oh yes, it did come up. If you type in fingerprints, I'll just type in that. So it does come up and does show at the top of the first result on the page. Is there any questions from your side regarding the Google Scholar? Anyone that wants to ask a question? Yes, Deirdre, you can ask a question.
Annerit, I was recently trying to access, I'm a staff member first of all, right? You said earlier on, I just want to confirm that staff members can access these full texts if we are on VPN, correct?
Yes,
yes. I had find, I think perhaps it had to do with what you also experience now with some of those hyperlinks that you try to open that can't. It says full text at NMMU, right? So I get all excited, text is there, and I couldn't. So when you can't access a text, is the only way that you can access it, the one that you showed recently now, the very last way of trying to access it through the journal articles, typing the name in of the journal. But what happens if, like, you experience yourself now with some of those hyperlinks that show up but you can't access? Does it mean the text is not available then at all? Although it shows full text is available, but is that the case?
I think, yes, it might be a connectivity problem because I think the one was a connectivity problem. So it does happen with connections, or maybe it's not one of the databases that we subscribe to. It does also happen when it's not one of the databases that we subscribe to as a library, then you will not be able to access that specific hyperlink.
And then there's no way to access that then.
Look, you can always email, you can even email me or one of the other staff members. We can maybe try and get it for you via different other sources or ways. We can always try because there might be a different way, but normally if the hyperlink doesn't work or doesn't want to give you access, then it's not available to our students or staff. But always just ask again. One of the staff members, or you can ask me, you can email me, so that we also check from our side. But normally, normally if you access with your VPN, you should be able to access that specific article when you click on the hyperlink. Same with the PIN. When you have your library PIN as a student, when a student wants to access that, and the library PIN is active, they should be able to access that specific hyperlink.
I think so that's part of my problem also, because I think I have a problem with my PIN. I used to be a student, but I'm also a staff member. But somehow it asked me for a PIN, and it doesn't want to activate. So I will contact you afterwards if I have a problem then still accessing articles. But I must say this has been very helpful. I must thank you for this. This was very informing. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. I'm glad. It's a very basic platform. It's very basic. It's to have your different options that you can use, and then you get your search results. There's no long lists that you have to go through. So it is a good platform to use, and it also links up with all the other databases.
With
So you can
EBSCOhost as well.
With EBSCOhost, yes, it does pick up all the articles that relates to EBSCOhost as well. You will.
Great.
There's quite a lot of EBSCOhost articles.
Yes.
In Google Scholar, yes.
Okay.
So
Thank you for that. Really helped a lot.
It is a pleasure.
Okay.
Any other questions from anyone else? I think then that from my side. I just want to thank you for attending this webinar. It's always nice I see faces or I see names coming up every week. So it's heartwarming to know that this does actually reach people and it does make a difference. And I want to thank you for that, for attending and supporting us as a library. We are trying our best to support you from our side. Thank you very, very much. And I hope you have a lovely day. Any other questions, any other problems, please, you can email me anytime. I am available for any questions or any problems. If I can't help you, I will sort out your problems, send it to someone that can help you with your problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.